Hi, having a great day. You're watching JG Entertainment, and for this video, I'm gonna give you my weekly entertainment recap where I go over all the news, announcements, and releases that came out of last week regarding the entertainment industry, meaning that includes like new movies, new TV series, maybe some new trailers. It also includes some news maybe that broke by Deadline and Variety, and includes any news that regard something like Disney or Warner Bros. Or anything like that. So yeah, let's get started with this weekly recap because this week actually came out with packed with news and everything. So let's get started. So the first thing that we got the very start of the week on Monday was The Last of Us HBO series trailer, which is so awesome. It finally came out. If you want to check out my trailer reaction, you can check it out right here. It came out for The Last of Us Day and actually ended up being a really good trailer. So go ahead and check out my trailer reaction if you're interested. But yeah, it was an awesome trailer. Can't wait for the series. Now, along with that, we also got another trailer, and that is the Halloween Ends trailer, which also came out, I think it was on Tuesday. So that's really awesome. If you're interested into the franchise, go ahead and check it out. I actually have not seen the trailer yet because I didn't see the last Halloween movie. So maybe I'll catch up later, but who knows. Then the next thing that also came out was the Werewolf by Night first reactions and reviews. Now, what the heck does this mean? Well, critics had a chance to see it and they got a chance to tweet out their thoughts about it. And then some reviews came out because it was some of the people or the critics that went to go see it was through a public screening. So some reviews also came out. Now, I personally covered Werewolf by Night first reviews in this video where I gathered a bunch of different tweets from a bunch of different critics to give you the consensus of everything. So yeah, go ahead and check out that video if you're interested to see what people are saying about Werewolf by Night. Now, going back into the news, another thing we got to know was that the Wakanda Forever runtime will be of 2 hours and 41 minutes, which is a really long time. In fact, it's the second longest Marvel movie, beating Infinity War and just behind Avengers Endgame. So that's really insane and that's really crazy. So that's pretty cool. Also, we also got the information that Namor is going to be a mutant in the MCU. So that's really awesome. That makes a second mutant in the MCU after Miss Marvel. So they're clearly starting to build up the mutants pretty awesome. And I can't wait to see more of the mutants in the X-Men and everything. So I'm really excited. Now, continuing with the Marvel news, Armorverse has been announced that it will be turned from a Disney Plus show into a movie, which is a shocking surprise, but it's actually a pretty interesting surprise as well. I personally like that idea because I think Armorverse would be better fit for a movie because it's more of a bunch of action scenes, and I think you need a big budget to be able to do those action scenes instead of being like She-Hulk where sometimes it looks cheap. So I'm excited for that. Many of people have speculated that this could mean the return of Robert Downey Jr. in his AI form, just like in the comics, and I think that could also make sense. Maybe they didn't want to do that for a Disney Plus show, but instead they wanted to leave it for a big scale movie. So I think that could also be pretty awesome. So yeah, I think this movie has a lot of potential, and I can't wait to see more of it. So yeah, and also it's said that Secret Invasion is going to lead straight into this movie because Rhodey's in Secret Invasion. So I'm also very curious to see how that works. Maybe Rhodey's a Skrull in Secret Invasion, and like he comes back and everything's a mess. Who knows? But I'm very, very curious. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, continuing with the Marvel news, once again, Deadpool 3 has been officially announced, and it's been officially announced that it's going to be with Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine, which is insane, and a really well done Ryan Reynolds ad. It was like incredible. It was super awesome, so I really like that. And we also got the official release date for it, and that's going to be on September 6th of 2024. So we're not that close, but also not that far. It's somewhere in there, so I'm pretty excited. Like in 2 years we're gonna be seeing this movie, and that's gonna be pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm super excited. Wolverine and Deadpool teamed up together. Really excited. I expect a lot of variants, maybe like a final goodbye to all the Fox X-Men characters before the MCU officially recastes them. So yeah, I think that could be pretty well and pretty awesome. Like I said, I really do expect a bunch of variants, a bunch of Wolverines, maybe a bunch of Deadpools. I don't know. I just really do think that they're gonna really dive into that, and I think the jokes could be pretty awesome. And I fully think this movie's gonna be rated R. Because come on, how are you gonna have Wolverine and Deadpool in a movie and not be rated R? You have to make it rated R. Come on, that would be super awesome. And $1 million are definitely guaranteed. So yeah, it's just super awesome, and I'm super excited. Now, on to the next news, leaving Marvel news behind, and that's going to be that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes has been officially announced with a first look, as well as cast members and a director and a couple of plot details. So all that info you can check it out in this video, and also you can want to see just first look, you can check it out right here. But if you want to know more info about it, I made a whole video about it, breaking down the cast, the director, the first look, the plot, and everything. So just check it out if you're curious. I think you'll really like the video if you're interested in this movie. So yeah, now another news that we got is, and going back to Marvel news, I don't know why I didn't just put this with the Marvel news, but whatever. Now, we know that Blade has lost its director right before it's going to start filming, and it's getting the script redone because apparently it was not on par with what they wanted. So that's very kind of like sour but also sweet news, because I think that it's really positive that they're stopping the filming and everything in order to kind of fix the script and make it a good script. But at the same time, it kind of sucks that we're not going to get this movie into at least a little bit later because, you know, they has to be redone and everything. And they're looking for new directors. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy who directed Werewolf at Night gets the gig to direct the Blade, but we'll see. I am very curious to see who they pick, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was that same person. Now, moving on to other news, and this is going to be more to streaming services, and that's going to be that Epix, a streaming service that right now is on board, Epix, will rebrand into MGM Plus. So that's really a big change because MGM Plus is thinking it's a more recognizable name and everything, so that's pretty cool. Now, Starz International will also be rebranding, but this will be to Lionsgate Plus. So that's also really interesting. Lionsgate is another name that I think is more well known than Starz International. However, the Starz in the United States will not be rebranded, and it said that they will probably divide between the Starz International, which will now be called Lionsgate Plus, and Starz domestically, which is at the US. They're probably going to be dividing that, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know why they're doing that, but we'll see if it works. Who knows? Now, HBO Max is also being sued for misleading subscriber numbers to shareholders, and it said that they could have misled those subscriber numbers by as much as 10 million subscribers. So that's really, really crazy. So we'll see if those suing things actually take place into court, or they settle this, or what's up with that. But it's interesting to see that HBO Max is reliable with subscribers, perhaps. We'll see. I am very curious to see if that's true or not, or how exactly they mislead shareholders. I am very, very curious, so we'll see about that in court if it does move to court. Now, moving on to releases that came out this week, and we got a lot of releases, so let's get started. So, Andor episode 4 released. You might check out my breakdown for it. I have it right here, along with a bunch of predictions I have for the next episode. I love the character development that they have and everything, so go ahead and check out that video if you really like this episode. I think you'll really enjoy that video if you enjoyed this episode. So that's really awesome. But yeah, check out Andor if you have not seen it. It's a great show, so please check it out. Now, another release that we got is She-Hulk episode 7, which I think is a huge upgrade over the past episodes. I have not liked the past episodes at all. I think episode 7 was actually pretty fun, so that's great. She-Hulk, hopefully it ends strong. Hopefully the middle part was just a weak part, so we'll see. Now, Rings of Power episode 5 also came out. I thought it actually got really good. I'm thinking of checking out the show now because I've heard how good episode 5 is. We'll see, but yeah. Tell me if you check it out. If you like it, tell me that down in the comments. House of Dragon episode 7 also came out today. As I'm recording the video, it's going to come out today. It hasn't come out yet, but it will come out today. So pretty awesome. It's already in episode 7. It's kind of crazy it's already in episode 7. Pretty insane that how fast we're moving, but that's pretty nice. Also, Blonde came out for Netflix, starring Ana de Armas, with very mixed reception. If you check out the movie, did you like it? Did you not like it? I'm also very curious. I really can't tell where the general consensus is, if whether it's good or it's bad, because it just seems really, really mixed. So that's really interesting. And lastly, Hocus Pocus 2 just came out on Disney Plus on Friday, so that's also really interesting that it finally came out. So for those people that want to check it out, you can go ahead and check it out right now on Disney Plus. And so yeah, that's all I got for you in this weekly recap. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you liked it, and hope you found it informative. There really was a lot of news and everything to cover for this week, but hopefully you enjoyed it and everything. So yeah, if you did, then please make sure to leave a like. It would be very, very helpful, so please leave a like. As well as subscribe for other content. I cover most of these news by itself, as well as on a bigger scope, and as well as I review a bunch of stuff, react to a bunch of trailers and everything. Subscribe for all that content, and subscribe also for my next weekly recap next week, and so on and so on. So subscribe for all that content. And lastly, tell me down in the comments which of these things did you like the most, which of these things make you the most excited, which ones do not make you the most excited. I'm very curious. Wolverine and Deadpool for sure for me. Armor Wars as well. But tell me your own thoughts down in the comments. I'm very, very curious. And yeah, love you for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And this is Entertainment out.